I never hear anyone talk about interesting facts or history about Adventureland, is what someone just told me. And I have to say, as one of the OG Adventureland haters, I sort of got it. To me, this land has always felt incredibly disjointed, and I never understood how the theme tied together. That is until now. I just went down the deepest deep dive about this land, and I feel like I have a whole new appreciation for it. Welcome back to Disney Factmas. Today we are diving into all things Adventureland. Adventureland was intended to bring guests into the unknown. Now, in my research, I came across this photo and I realized this perfectly encompasses Adventureland in just one picture. Because Adventureland on opening day was made up of 3 distinct areas. Today, there's 4. Jungle, Native, Colonial. And what Disney did was they created this brilliant land that had all 3 of these areas sort of living in harmony. Here we have a current map of Adventureland. The green area, the jungle, the red area, Colonial, orange, natives. Note that this area has changed a lot and we will dive further into that. And the purple area, the Caribbean Plaza, which was a late addition to the land. Let's start with the jungle area because the first attraction we see when we enter is the Swiss Family Treehouse. This, of course, is based on the movie Swiss Family Robinson, about a family that is shipwrecked and has to build their home in a treehouse living in the jungle. The other iconic attraction in this jungle area is, of course, the Jungle Cruise. I could talk about this ride for literally hours, but I'm just gonna focus on one detail that people might not know, and it's actually about the queue. They originally intended to have the queue storage on the 2nd story. You could see that in this picture with that white staircase. Several years after the park opened, they expanded this queue because this ride was so popular and that staircase was lost forever. Now, the other 2 attractions in the jungle area are probably ones that you are not familiar with. Remember this picture? Let's talk about the river here, which really helps set the stage of that jungle area. Because you used to be able to explore this portion of the river on an attraction called the Plaza Swan Boats. It gave guests a way to explore the uncharted areas of Adventureland. Another attraction that I don't think I've ever heard any singular other person speak about is Shrunken Ned's Jungle Boats. Basically, guests could take the steering wheel and drive around a miniature little skipper boat. And that's the jungle area, which really just sets the stage for this land. Our next area is talking about the colonial settlement. When Magic Kingdom opened, they wanted a large quick service destination in every single land. That's where we got Cosmic Rays, Pinocchio's Village House, Columbia Harbor House, Pecos Bill, and the Adventureland Veranda. Today, you likely know it as the Skipper Canteen, but if you went to Disney in the early days, you probably remember this iconic location. This isn't super well documented, but I was able to find a couple of photos. Here's a look at that main area where you would order food. On the inside, you can see the touches of the French colonialism while also showing that sort of Adventureland exotic environment. For many, many years, the Adventureland Veranda was just shuttered and closed up, and only small portions of it were used. I say that's a bit of abandoned Disney lore that we could get into more. And since then, a lot of it has been repurposed. Those 2 areas really set the stage for what you would see in this land. But we're missing one critical part from the opening day, and that was the native settlement. It has changed a lot over the years. Walt Disney had a huge hand in it, and it has been expanded pretty significantly. We'll dive into all of that in part 2.